Hi, this is Chick Shane Mosley, and you're watching True School Sports.
All right. Well, it's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, I wanted to talk about the Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez side of things going into the Bivol fight, because I really feel like he's probably one of the most interesting fighters in boxing. And one thing I know from just having a channel and just listening to the fans talk about boxing in my comment section and how they react to certain fighters is that many times it seems like pleasing the boxing fans is a thankless job and an impossible job, because if you're a fighter who takes on all comers but you lose fights, then they say you're not that good. Then if you're undefeated and you have 44 wins like Gilberto Ramirez, they say you haven't fought anybody. You know, no matter what fighter it is, there's always a way to nitpick a fighter and his resume and their accomplishments. And I just feel like Gilberto Ramirez for a long time hasn't gotten his due, which is kind of strange because, you know, a lot of times when it comes to Mexican fighters are normally very well supported. They're very hyped up. Gilberto Ramirez has never, in my opinion, had the full backing of Mexican boxing fans. I feel like he obviously does have a fan base, but it's not to the level of other Mexican fighters. That's just my perspective on the matter. You can agree or disagree with me if you want to, but that's my perspective. And the crazy thing is he's actually accomplished some things where I feel like he should have been a bigger fighter with boxing fans and Mexican boxing fans. I mean, before there was a Canelo Alvarez, this was the first man to win a super middleweight title of Mexican descent. He's the first Mexican to ever win a super middleweight title, and that was way back when, I think like 2018 maybe, or even before that, when he beat Arthur Abraham to pick up the WBO super middleweight title back when he was signed to Top Rank, you know. And then he just wasn't able to get those fights with Bob after that really pushed his career forward. But he beat some good fighters. Like when Jesse Hart was a hyped up fighter and people thought Jesse Hart was going to be the big deal, he beat him twice, and then beat him twice convincingly. The same Maxime Vlasov that people thought beat Joe Smith to become world champion, and everyone claims is this awesome fighter. Well, Zurdo beat him years before that. You know, and then at light heavyweight, he's beating, you know, last couple of fights, like he beat Yuniesi Gonzalez, another tough fighter who many people feel beat John Pascal. So has he beaten the best fighters around his weight? No, he hasn't. But is it fair to say he's fought nobody? No, that's not fair either. Zurdo's fought some live bodies, and I just named a couple of them for you without even having his resume in front of me. And those are good fighters. But now, you know what, he's 44-0. So clearly, whether you like him or not, he's shown to have a certain level of consistency about him to where even if he's fighting quote-unquote nobody, he's getting the job done. And we've seen it many times in boxing. No matter how good fighters are, they fight quote-unquote nobodies, and the nobodies find a way to beat them. So you can't say a guy's fought nobodies. If he beats everybody who's put in front of him and does his job, then you got to at least give him some credit for being a consistent performer, especially if it's 44 fights. I mean, for Christ's sakes, 44 fights is a long sample size. 44 fights across 2 weight classes, many different types of styles. Because Zurdo's fought all kinds of styles. He's fought the slick black American style with Jesse Hart. He's fought the regimented, very fundamentally sound Russian style with Maxime Vlasov. He's fought the big, strong pressure style of Yuniesi Gonzalez. He's fought different. Like the thing is, Zurdo's not just 44-0. He's an experienced 44-0, and he's fought all types of different styles. So don't insult my intelligence as a boxing fan and tell me Zurdo hasn't fought anybody. Now, he comes to the side with Bivol with a lot of people thinking these things about him, which I think are unjust. But now the crazy thing is, if he wins, which I believe he can, and I'm not the most confident in my pick because Bivol is so damn good, but I really do believe in Zurdo. I think Zurdo has what it takes to beat Bivol and upset him. If he does beat Bivol, then the same people, the boxing fans and the Mexican fans that are saying that Gilberto Ramirez hasn't fought nobody, that he's fought nothing but bums, and that he's not that good, these are gonna be, if he beats Bivol, these will be the same people that pull out their Mexican flags, you know, and start saying that he's our Mexican champion and all these kind of things. And I'm making this video in advance to highlight these things because It just I like boxing fans are passionate and boxing fans are awesome too. But then there's also a part of boxing fans that are very fickle. The boxing fans can be very fickle at times, and he just hasn't ever gotten the support. In my opinion, he's never gotten the support and the backing from boxing fans and Mexican fans that I think he should have gotten. Part of that is due to inactivity, but part of that I think is due to the fact that he's just always been in the shadows of like Canelo Alvarez and even David Benavidez to a certain extent around these weight classes. So yeah, all I'm saying is, look, don't write off Zurdo, and just know that like my friend Stacey McKinley always says, tomorrow's somebody's are today's nobodies, and that's exactly what's going on with Zurdo. Like, he's not a nobody per se, but like he's a guy that really doesn't have the fanfare he should have for what he's accomplished in boxing so far. But a win against Bivol, especially after Bivol just beat Canelo, is gonna turn him into an instant superstar. And then now all of a sudden you're looking at Zurdo. Yeah, if Zurdo beats Bivol, all of a sudden you're looking at maybe Zurdo fighting Better BF for undisputed. And how crazy would that be? Zurdo was already the first Mexican super middleweight champion. Could you imagine if Zurdo beats Bivol and then is in position to fight Better BF for undisputed in 2023, and then maybe, who knows, maybe he becomes the next Mexican undisputed champion, and then all of a sudden his stock will rise. Now, obviously, these are all what-if scenarios, because beating one of those two guys, let alone both of them, would be ridiculous. But I think Zurdo is a damn good fighter, and regardless of the result against Bivol, win, lose, or draw, I truthfully believe Gilberto Ramirez will have his reputation enhanced, irrespective of the result against Bivol, and I won't leave it at that. But yeah, if he wins this fight, I just know people are gonna start dick riding him, and I've always said Zurdo is one of the top fighters out there. So yeah, leave your comments down below. What do you guys think about what I said? Leave your comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe, and like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dania. So until next time, take care, guys.
And I think True School Sports, he's the truth. One of the best the best.
Ooh, the number one.
Number one.
Brandon, you've been there, man, and you're building up a good following with us.
Thank you.
And I'm proud to be a part of what you're doing too. You are spectacular, and
Thank you, man. All the best to True School Boxing, and keep up the good work.